just hoping when we don't know the word. Want you to run so far, yeah, and fly so free. I've never felt so stuck in between. At the end of the day, just won't you say that you stay? I guess that some things just not meant to hold. Guess if I love her, let go. Guess if I love you, let you go. 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 But how if I love you? Can I let you go?
Well, hey, backseaters, welcome back. And if you're new to Live on Patrol and you don't know this, that was my son Kyle Fletcher singing that song, and one of my favorite called Butterfly.
What a beautiful voice.
And if you don't know that, you probably don't know he passed away some time ago. And just 10 years ago. But it makes me think of one thing, Pat. Happy Father's Day weekend. Let me be the first to wish you a happy Father's Day.
Well, thank you. Happy Father's Day to you, too.
Yeah, you're a great person and a great father, and pleasure working with you on Father's Day weekend.
Absolutely. Same to you. Well, yesterday when Jelly Joe and I were out live, there was a problem with YouTube. I guess it was system-wide. It was a Google issue, actually.
I did hear that.
But we are up on YouTube and Facebook tonight.
Okay, that's good. YouTube and Google don't usually have problems, do they?
No.
It is a rainy night. Doesn't seem to be raining at the moment. So as long as it doesn't rain, we'll work tonight. But if it starts pouring again like it was earlier today, we might call this live a little shorter tonight. A lot going on in the Twin Cities tomorrow.
Yeah, there is.
And some of us might have to come back and check in on tomorrow's activities. And we won't get into all the details. You can Google things taking place in St. Paul, Minnesota tomorrow.
There's a lot.
We had, if you're not familiar, we've had a string of shooting incidents that are event related, mostly graduation related. If you're not from Minnesota, we had a University of Minnesota campus graduation from Wayzata. 2 people ended up shooting and using guns with switches, struck 2 other people, and they were charged today in federal court.
Excellent.
Possession of a machine gun, I think. Well, egg assault on that one, but there are others that are being charged with possession of a machine gun if they're arrested with a switch on the car. And then we had the Burnsville graduation incident after the graduation. There was a shooting outside and several were arrested there. And then Wednesday night, I'm proud of the job the Ramsey County Sheriff's deputies did. there was a graduation of Columbia Heights at the Aldrich Arena, and if you were there or part of it, if you had a loved one that graduated, you saw that we had large numbers there to make sure it was safe. And afterward, a couple cars left there, apparently looking for each other on Highway 36 westbound at 35, and shot at each other on the highway going westbound.
And guess who spotted him?
Our
very own Abdi.
Abdi, the community service officer of the year, and who soon will be a police officer with our deputy with us. So Abdi, amazing job, and they split up after they shot at each other, and he followed one, and that car ended up getting pursued by one of our deputies.
Yeah, deputy did a great job.
And they threw the gun out the window because they were shooting at each other. Their car had holes in it. Over there, here's the bottom line. They shot at each other over at 36 and 35, for those of you, 35E we're talking about, of course. And then they did the loop-de-loop twice and went eastbound on 36 to Edgerton. Northbound on Edgerton, where the deputy spotted him up by Keller Parkway. Threw the gun out the window. Didn't throw it very far, and it ended up in the street. Had weak arms. Like the Tyrannosaurus Rex, you know what I mean? Weak arms, like that.
T-Rex arms.
T-Rex arms. You gotta have a little humor in life, right?
That's right.
Then, as they were being pursued, copy this. They, down Keller Parkway, by Jarvis Lake there, going by Carla Lane, if you've ever been in that beautiful little neighborhood of Maplewood, they threw their phone out the window. And guess what the phone did?
Oh, it alerted to a crash.
Yeah, it told, call the police.
It told exactly where it was.
Yeah, call the police, tell us where you are. Yep, so there's another interesting little thing. And then the squad continued, and many other squads joined, and several cars stopped the car, arrested the two guys. The car had holes in it. They were shooting at each other. The gun, of course, was used in other shootings as well. So it was a great arrest by the deputies, but more importantly, it kept the Columbia Heights graduation at Aldrich Arena safe.
Yes, it did.
And
a little side note to it all: when they took the driver out of the car, 2 spent shell casings fell off his lap.
oh yeah, that's right. That's good evidence there. Of course, at that point, we didn't know where the gun was.
Right.
But a thorough search of the roadway revealed the evidence that
Yes,
was
it did.
necessary for the dragnet to be complete. Anyhow, good work. Kids, those 2 kids have been involved in other activities. Actually, the kids, they're adults. But those kids have been at the coffee shop that we go to.
Yep.
Kids, I really shouldn't call them kids, because that's a negative connotation on children. Those 2 young adults.
Yeah, and that one that got stopped after the pursuit actually was one of the last cars to leave Aldrich Arena.
Yeah, they were
It
looking.
drove right past us.
They were looking to try to figure out if they could shoot at each other at the arena, like they did at Burnsville.
It's too much of a law enforcement presence.
We didn't allow it to happen. A lot of interesting. Then last night, boy, that was a funny deal. Not funny, but well, the beginning wasn't funny. 2 cops were trying to talk to a driver at Payne and at Pennsylvania and Rice at the holiday. I don't know, it's in the news, but anyhow, they ended up the driver took off while they're talking. I think first reversed then forward. Basically, they got run into by the car. If you can believe that. Oh, you can't. You got to believe it because we said it. But I mean, if you can, as a person crazy enough to run into a police officer with their car at the club holiday, right?
Yep.
Thankfully, they both went to the hospital and got the okay, no life-threatening or long-term injuries, but getting struck by a car is aggravated assault. The car can be and is usually seen as a weapon if it intentionally strikes the officer. So, they fled. Well, we're going to go over here a little bit. We're just, where, you guys, you backseaters know where Club Holiday is at Rice in Pennsylvania. We're going to head down there real quick. Ironically, Darren and I had just been at a meeting in the neighborhood down there of Capitol Heights Block Club. We have this new program where we're actually going to patrol more in Capitol Heights, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rice Street area. And the Pennsylvania and Rice Street intersection is going to be under development here the next couple of years. We're going to figure out how to make the highest use of that neighborhood.
Right.
If you're familiar with what happened on Maryland, they're going to try to get a little extra boulevard, take 4 lanes of speeding traffic and turn it into 3 lanes with turn lanes in the middle. And actually, I got to say, I was opposed to it when they did it on Maryland. You know how they put the turn lanes in there, but it turned out good.
Yeah, it's working out pretty well.
We don't really feel like we're slowing down there. The volume of cars, there's still 15,000 cars a day on Maryland Avenue. It's a lot of cars.
Yeah, it is.
I've researched those car volumes over the last 40 years. You know why?
How come?
Well, if you're going to advertise any type of product or person, you want to have your sign on a very busy street.
Aha!
Aha!
Aha! There's a method to it.
So, busiest street in Metro, maybe the entire Metro, is Snelling Avenue, of course. 30,000 plus cars every day. I'm talking a regular street with stoplights, not highway streets.
Right.
For the Spotterback, Sergeant to copy on a shot fired, 1435 Jessamine. Single caller at this time heard 8 shots towards Brewster to the west. Nothing else seen or heard.
Well, we're going to actually head up that way. As long as it's... So 1435 Brewster is just near Como and Hamlin. It's probably fireworks. We've had a lot of fireworks. Something good.
Shots fired for primary. Will be primary.
Heavy.
Okay, well, just for... We're going to head toward the Brewster call, but we're going to show you where the suspect went last
108,
night.
did you copy the shots fired?
Okay, Pat, is that okay?
Yeah. I'm guessing it's,
I did join into this last night.
did they get on by the Federation office?
They did.
That's what I was guessing.
Yeah, they got on by the Federation. You guys you've had the entire railroad tour. Okay, before, if you go back, it's somewhere on YouTube, the railroad tour. How's it look right? Oh, there we go.
Clear right.
Anyhow, so we're actually headed toward 1435 Brewster. And we're going to go there a little different way, like the suspect did last night. But I got to tell you, Okay, this kudos, shout outs, an amazing job by the St. Paul Canine.
Hey, just a copy of the welfare check, Warner.
St. Paul Canine found this suspect after the helicopter was up. The helicopter saw him, but he disappeared from the helicopter view in a general area. The helicopter had to leave because the rain conditions were terrible.
Okay.
And so, I mean, it was pouring rain. And the canine and their team, the St. Paul Police Canine team and their team, they were out there in the pouring rain. I was sitting in my nice warm car. Yeah, there was a few dribbles coming in the window. But see these tracks here? Well, the bad guy right here decided, okay, I'm going down the tracks.
Right between them, huh?
Yeah, and that was a problem. And I'm not going to go down there. I know from being on these tracks in the past, there is a little road over here. All right? So, we're going off-road, folks. See this little road here ahead of us? Been here a few times.
We can do that, though, because we've got
A Durango.
Oh, uh-oh.
No, we'll be okay. We've had cases where people come out here when they're depressed, threaten to kill themselves out here on the little road. Now, I think we're going to roll our windows up so it doesn't seem so terrifying to all the backseaters. What do you think? So, I don't know if we can go as far as he went, because he did go down the middle of the track. But, see, the railroad actually puts these rocks out here so that people they can actually drive here. You see the divot there? Sometimes I don't know if that looks so good there, does it?
No,
I'm thinking we can drive on that, Pat, but you think we're going to tip over?
I'd be worried about it.
You would.
It could be way too soft on the left.
What do you think, backseaters? Go, go, go! All right. Well, it is a little bit. It's a little bit more of an angle than we had thought about in the past, right?
Yeah.
And well, if we were over on the east side, I would say let's try to turn around. What do you think?
I don't know if we can. I think we better just
got
keep
room right there. What the hell? I'm just kidding you, Pat. I think the safest route. You know, I was watching the new War Games movie from 10 years ago. The only winning move is to not play at all. Right, Joshua? Remember that?
No, I don't.
The War Games? Where the computer starts threatening to start World War III?
I vaguely remember it, but I
There's
don't
two of
remember
them. There's
any.
War Games 1 and there's War Games 2.
What is that light behind us? It's not a train coming, is it?
I don't know, let me check. Nope, it's not. It's just some smart ass. Anyhow. Yeah, we didn't really want to drive down the middle of the track because the bad guy drove down the middle of the track and eventually he came to an abrupt end. You know why?
Because
Why
it narrowed down to one rail?
Because the switch is the bitch.
Ooh.
Yeah, switches are trouble when you get out here because you really. I'll tell you what, the Tahoes did go over these tracks last night though.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, and the Durango would too. But I don't want, you know what happened to Suki the night before? Suki was in a chase on that Roseville car.
Yep.
So Suki just decides to avoid the stop six that Thermer's throwing.
Information for squads and route for that shots
Okay.
fired on Just Mine. We did just get an additional caller at 1539 Win that heard 5 shots to the east of that address. Nothing has been heard.
Suki decided to avoid the stop six, okay?
Okay.
So he hit a little bit of boulevard, right?
Okay.
But the thing is, there was a short stump there that had been cut off
Uh-oh.
and broke his axle.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So what's the moral of the story there, Pat? I don't. It's really not.
I can't
It's
think
not
of
a funny one or
what it would
anything.
be.
But But no, hit the sticks.
Yeah,
You know?
really.
Sacrifice the tires before your axle.
Yeah.
Well, that was fun, huh? Well, there is a train coming now. I gotta turn my lights on. Woo. Here's the thing, Pat. It's a slow-moving train. On its way to California. You want to jump on? So we tried the middle now instead? Just
No,
kidding, just kidding,
I don't
just
think
kidding.
we should.
Okay. I don't think there's anything there. It's just one of those deals where it looks like something's there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Stand by for impact. Wouldn't that be something? We go all that way, we get all the way out, and we get rammed at high speed by a train.
That would suck.
That was, well, there you are. There you have it. Well, that's not your whole railroad tour. That's a different railroad than we had before. But we're going to continue on to the Brewster call, and we'll pick it up. Actually,
36137. 387.
tracks are on our left behind us there.
361. 911 hang up 1239 Herman Street. This is going to be the same phone that just had a 911 hang up at 1619 Maryland. That was cleared at 2133 hours. TC Herman.
We'll never know if we could have made that 45-degree incline.
We will never know.
You know the real reason I didn't take that? Okay?
Because you didn't want to scare me.
Well, the thing is, I'm a lot heavier than I should be, and I'm on the left side of the car. If we would have switched, we probably could have made it, right?
You're funny.
And then we have to do that thing where we're all leaning to the right. Anyhow, that guy was on the tracks all the way down to just before the Raymond Bridge.
Really?
Yeah. He bails out on the tracks. The helicopter sees him. The helicopter follows him north into the neighborhood up near Hillside, Commonwealth, Gordon, if you live in that St. Anthony Park neighborhood. And he actually was trying to get into a house when the helicopter had him, but then he hid underneath some trees, probably went into an open garage because they found him there by an open garage. But here's the point: the canine
166.
was in that pouring rain searching for him for the longest time.
370.
And
It's
a great job.
Yeah, definitely kudos to them.
Yeah, 361 you can clear.
Go to the St. Paul canine, and they had to be.
Clear for you.
And in the midst of that, which was kind of funny, maybe you can push that down just a hair. I don't know why that's up a little bit. The camera.
You mean-
see. Well, it's tipped two ups up. Just push it forward a little bit.
Like that?
Yeah. In the midst of that, a call comes. The cops are surrounding the area, and a guy says, "Hey, I've been calling my wife. My wife doesn't answer. I'm worried she's not okay." And blah blah blah. So they surround the house. The house is in the general quadrant. They eventually determine she's okay. A couple kids are in there, etc., etc. They get her on the phone, and she says, "Yeah, I'm okay." Okay.
We're going to be checking
Well,
Brewster if you want to have.
They leave. The husband goes in. They leave. What do you think is the next important thing to do?
Check the house.
Commander Castle, St. Paul Police Commander, who I have great respect for, great guy. Nice guy too, right?
Very
You know,
nice guy.
Very wonderful. He gets on the air and says, "Hey, did the squad actually go in and just talk to her in the house?" The officer says, "No, we're just on the phone." He said, "Well, let's go check and make sure she's okay, so she's not under duress." Squad went in, and no, he wasn't really in there, but I know you're thinking that. You're thinking that's a really good, ending this story. But no, he wasn't in there, but the point was, Commander Castle, great job.
Yep, you got to think outside the box.
And then about 20 minutes after that, K9 found him and in a nearby, about a block away, in a nearby backyard. Appeared to be in a garage. And great work.
Yeah, very good work.
Great work. That was the excitement. A lot of Ramsey County cars were down there helping out. Billy Thurmer got to the car first and sat on the car. Sean McManus and Henry Mathai was there. We had a whole good group. Winnie right here is where the other shots fired call was.
1435 Jessamine, but the shots came, they thought, from Brewster.
Well, here we are. We're going to go to the Jessamine location, in part because the greatest volume of apartments. We're going to ask this kind person. Heard anything? I don't like when they're looking away from us, but it's all you, Pat.
Hi, excuse me.
Yeah.
Did you hear any gunshots
No. Like now? How recent?
within the last 10 minutes or so?
No, I haven't heard anything.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So the tracks that he was on, right to our left here, you see this high hill, the grass there on the left? That's where the car was that was fleeing last night on those tracks. We've actually been driven down there. Remember down by Raymond and the tracks there? We arrested that guy that ran down by the tracks. Well, we didn't arrest him, but he was
He was in the
outhouse.
outhouse that we were gonna check.
Yeah.
And didn't quite get to yet.
No. If you're a regular on Live on Patrol, you probably remember that one. Huge charter school here we're headed toward. Young charter school coming up. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to starting my camera when Suki gets in a pursuit. Because seems like he's always in a pursuit.
Oh, he's incredible.
If I'm out there working and Suki, McManus, Billy Thurmer. Billy and McManus spotted that stolen in Target lot earlier this week too. And then pursued it over to LaFond and Dale. Arrested the guy.
Nice.
Some great work there. And later on the same night, they had another one.
Yeah, it was a busy week.
One seven four Tango.
174
This for squad info, we watched the video from 1539 Winnie, and it is definitely shots fired, not fireworks, just for officer safety. But there's nothing seen in the video, just you can hear the 6 shots.
Did you say Albany?
I think so.
Okay, well, Albany is right north of us. I think you said 1539 Albany. I'm not positive that's what he said, but makes sense. So we're at 1520 west, and the officer, I think, said he watched the video at 1539 Albany, right here, and they heard definite gunshots.
Oh, Winnie.
Oh, Winnie. Okay.
1539 Winnie.
Winnie. Well, as long as I'm here, let me give a shout out to my friends on Albany. To Devaney. Shout out to Devaney.
Oh, yeah, Devaney.
And her mom,
What a sweetheart.
Angela. And I'll even throw in Pat Flood. Pat Flood, shout out to Pat. But so that was 1520 Albany we were at, and we're going to Winnie.
Clear.
Winnie. Winnie, chicken dinny. How's that?
You're so silly.
Well, that's good. So, there they must have. That is. See, there's a. They can get down below there to the school. They're looking for casings. Definitely looking for casings. We do not know the exact location. We know the people at 1435, which is to our left, on the other side of this school, heard shots. They said they thought it was toward Brewster, which is on the back side of the school. One thing though, I just know from past history that kids sometimes come on this road and meet up and race and shoot because it's very remote. And this is a road that goes underneath Snelling Avenue.
And this is where, after the fair last year, that massive shootout was, right?
Exactly. We're right under Snelling Avenue, south of Como. Call the Rev though. I mean, because of the weather, we might conclude early, but we're going to get the Rev on the phone because I want to get an update. There's so many good pictures of people donating stuff.
You know, and while you mentioning that, right before you do that, Mickey Nelson, you know, who works with him over on Cedar.
Yep.
It is her birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Mickey. Mickey Morgan Nelson.
All right, Rev, we're going to call you. Answer the phone. How's that song go? Call Rev Daryl Spence.
Calling Rev Daryl Spence.
Yes, sir.
Well, I hope you're expecting a call. I hope you were able to watch us tonight, but we want to know what's going on in Rev's life down there on Cedar.
Hey, see, are we live now?
Yeah, we're live. You're on there. Well, I mean, haven't you been watching?
Yeah.
No, you
I
haven't.
was watching you go down the railroad tracks.
Yeah.
I was with Pat. Don't do it. Cedar is alive and well, and like we continue to tell people, it's just busy all of a sudden. We want to continue to say thank you to all the backseaters that continue to help us. Today we got 5 cases of potato chips.
Awesome.
And you know that helps schools out. The kids are showing up. If you watch my page, we had young folks from Edgerton that graduated. That's how long ago we were over there. they're now graduating high school and going on to their careers.
So just for clarity, young folks that you met while you were doing outreach at Case and Edgerton, and
Yeah.
we've been doing this now for almost 5 years. So, you know, that's a pretty strong legacy, Rev.
And they're running in the door hollering, Rev, we graduated. So we were able to get 2 of them to pose, but you know, it's something we're proud of. And Pat, did you get my shout out today?
We just gave Mickey her shout out.
Mickey needs her shout out. See, how did I miss that? Oh, Beverly texted me. Don't blame her. Yeah, Mickey is our man. She's a standout, kind person who's always there for us. Me, John, and Andre Star Wars. We love Mickey, and today is her birthday. So we were happy for that. So we just continue to do what we do. We have an event tomorrow. One got canceled, but we're going to go to another one with the West Side Boosters down on Raspberry Island. Bob's place.
All right. When is that?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Time.
2407.
5. 1 to 5. Bobby Cruz called and asked us.
We're
gonna go down.
About the great work Bobby Cruz does with the West Side Boosters
Oh,
and the kids.
what a young man who has definitely a bright light. I worked with his mother for years, but Bobby has came and stepped right in the shoes of all those great West Siders, and he's a true West Sider who is doing the work. And he wants partnership. He wants the West Side kids to know that it's okay to partner with other folks. So we're going to be there tomorrow, and we're going to show up and show out and have as much fun. He's just trying to get music, and they're going to work.
Yeah,
promoting there.
He sent me some pictures of his kids that were working down there, touching up paint and making sure those are good. And one of those kids we've had some trouble with in the past, and Bobby Cruz has reached him and making a difference in his life. I got to be honest with you. He sent me that picture, and I thought, that is really cool.
Yeah, Bobby called me today to make sure I was going to be there. I said, Bobby, I will be there no matter what. So, yeah, I think it's a wonderful thing, and we're going to continue to do the work that's been put out before us.
Well, you're doing amazing work, and thank you for everyone that's been helping Rev. Anything else you want to mention there?
Nope, we're just keep moving. Thank you. Hey, Pat.
You do great stuff there, Rev.
Thank you, Pat. We love you, man.
Love you too.
All right, sorry we're not going to pick you up. We're going to call it a little early, and I think you're probably happy because you got to go. We got some stuff we got to do tomorrow too, so you just you keep rolling, man. And it's only 54 degrees out here. It's not like summer. When did summer start?
Right.
Oh, it doesn't start.
I wonder.
It doesn't start for
I checked the calendar.
Yeah, Jesus, June 21st, right?
Yep.
Right.
June 21st would be the longest day of the year. Summer's going to start when the days start getting shorter.
Yeah, really.
All right, Rev, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
All right, thank you. Good
See you, Rev.
night, Backseaters. Continue to be kind. God bless.
So, this Commonwealth and Gordon area is where the guy walked in. This is a beautiful neighborhood in St. Anthony Park. I mean, there's very little crime at all. So, it's kind of ironic. In order to get into the neighborhood, the guy drives down a railroad tracks and walks in from the south, right?
Right.
So, down here on the left is where the house was that they were checking to make sure the woman was okay.
When you're Hacker and Jackson.
Hacker and Jackson. What is it?
but this,
No.
I'll let you know in a second. We're going Jack. Just south of them.
Well, we better go to that way. So it is moving.
Oh, we stopped now.
But it is occupied. Is it a stolen?
Nope, just traffic.
Okay. Okay. Anyhow, it's hard to believe, but that railroad tracks that... Oh, kitty. That railroad tracks that Pat and I were on is right on the right, behind these houses, off a hillside down here in St. Anthony. The guy walked crossed hillside. He went right across this street and up near Gordon and Commonwealth.
yeah, that could have been very ugly if he got into somebody's house.
Here's Gordon right here. And like I said, we rarely have any activity down here.
361-370. DOC 1149-4 is in apartment 4. Staff is saying that there are people refusing to leave the apartment beyond visiting hours.
So this is Langford Park, of course, and we're going to go back out. We're not going to go down by the tracks this time. But I do want to say, anytime I'm in this neighborhood, I'm just very sadly reminded of the death of Michael Brazel.
Yeah, tragic.
Saw some people breaking into his car, went out to confront him, and was shot and killed.
Pathetic.
Literally in front of his family. Terrible, terrible thing.
How is your traffic?
It's a reminder that bad things can happen in any neighborhood.
380 going in.
For sure.
384. Thank you. Code 4 to Joy.
But left behind two young boys. His lovely wife had to raise herself.
Very sad.
Alright, for Southern, we're going to be checking apartment 512.
Guns are more and more frequent now, folks. I mean, it's not unusual for people to carry guns, but it's also not unusual for young people or young adults. So the safety of the officers, of course, and that extends to citizens that they might run into as well.
For sure.
Do you find it amazing that Nicole can be out on a traffic stop and send us that text at the same time?
Amazing.
Do you think she has like an AI or a brain? Jesus.
Indeed.
We thought we were multitaskers in our generation. Nicole Sparks is an ultra multitasker.
Well, thank you, Colleen, for that message you just sent. DeAndre Bender was who struck the officers yesterday, and he's been charged with 2 counts of second-degree assault with a deadly weapon and fleeing police.
There you have it.
$150,000 bail.
6EMT, good night.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Colleen.
Yeah, when you hear that on the radio, that a couple officers have been struck, it's not a good feeling.
No, it's, you feel hollow in the pit of your stomach.
Bravo 165, good EOT.
Bravo 165, you have a good night.
So on that matter, we still remember the shooting, the homicide over on Stryker, where Mr. Baker was shot and killed.
Yep.
The suspect in that has still not been apprehended. So the victim was honored at his funeral yesterday.
471.
But obviously the family would love to see justice prevail through an arrest of the suspect.
Copy. 2212.
Unknown where he's at right now, but
We both know him, and I know his dad,
yep.
and the offer stands. Have him call us. We can arrange his being safely taken into custody.
But we've made that offer several times and it's been turned down several times, so
Yep.
278, copy, took the fireworks.
We only have 2 shout-outs tonight. Why don't I take care of them right now, huh?
do it.
Deanna Lindemann had her birthday on June 6th. With love from Tom. Happy birthday, Deanna. Happy birthday to Andrew, the best husband in the world, in California's Central Valley. Turns 37 on June 14th. With love from your adoring wife, Sarah. Well, happy birthday, Andrew.
Congratulations, you did it. It's one of my favorite lines from Will Ferrell, Elf, when he walks into the coffee shop and it says world's best coffee. And he says, congratulations, you did it.
Are you calling, John? Yes,
I heard there's good news on Steve.
For a second before I set it.
Yeah, Steve Linders got out yesterday. Talked to his wife after they got home, and you still got to go to outpatient care. But, I mentioned last week that I got a chance to visit him, and he's much better than I had anticipated. His brain is recovering much faster. The brain is an amazing organ, of course. Still got tons of physical issues with his leg.
537, we're code 4, we don't need medics.
That's wonderful news, though.
Yeah. We are going to require him to come back to work without his tooth that he lost. I think we have to do one live on patrol with him without one of his teeth. Here's the thing. It is the NHL Stanley Cup Championship Series for the
for a second.
We
Mustang 1588 names in Unit D is Delta. All his daughters threw a knife at her. She's not injured.
You know, there's been a lot of knife assaults lately. Have you noticed that?
Yes, there have been.
The knife was cleared away.
Somebody down on West 7th Street knifed like 4 people yesterday.
Jesus.
22.
And there was a murder with a knife recently too. Yeah, somebody at the hospital got knifed and didn't make it. Knives are making a comeback when it comes to murders. You have your earplug in?
I do not.
Okay.
Yeah, Maryland and Westminster with 2.
Maryland,
Copy, you need a
Westminster.
second?
It is down in the office if we could buy there.
No,
Pick it
that's
up.
all right.
Copy. Squad to start 2.
Could you put our call back pending? We're right next to them.
Copy that.
Sometimes our squads need to work covertly.
Deputy Dallas had a spa day today. He patrolled the floor at the hospital, handed out some citations, snuggled, passed a tiny kidney stone, and now he should be home.
Awesome.
Seems to be relatively pain-free, according to Mom.
That's so good to hear that.
Well, Kiana, you and Dallas are constantly in our prayers. Please know that.
Mom of the Year. She gets Mom of the Year in my book.
Absolutely.
Where's this dude with 263? And we'll take that next bin and we'll hang up.
263, 1184, what's up, man? For 911, hang up. I'm using a Spanish interpreter. Unknown what the problem was.
Well, we'll slide up to that, see if there's a problem outside. The squad's on the way to 1184 McCubbin, which isn't far from us.
Here is your cover.
Apartment complex there. I remember that number because as a young patrol officer, I was working this neighborhood. And we knew there was a guy there lived in that apartment with a warrant. State channel.
I don't know if they're chasing. I'm here in Maryland right now. I just don't know if they're trying to catch up to it or chasing it.
270.
What channel, Darren?
Of course, it is 104 041.
State West.
That's E.
I got it.
Oh yeah, it's a Durango. Yeah, they're flying. They're hitting.
Two Durangos and a Challenger up there.
Yeah, southbound coming in the common.
Southbound coming into the...
On the racer detail.
On my way. Negative, they might go 94.
Okay, well,
State Patrol Detective Deltec 1 trying to catch up with two speeding vehicles south 35E from LARP. How you doing?
gonna have to wait on the McCubbin story. It's a good one. We're gonna try to get on Dale if sounds like they're either going west 94. I don't know where
Yeah, there's Metro 28.
let's see what stand by.
Go ahead.
Clear.
Robert, Boy, Victor, 780.
Which way we going there, racers?
Metro 1 Durango took 10th Street exit. I'm following the challenge. Are you still east on 94? It's in the comments right now.
Okay, 1 Durango took the 10th Street exit.
Sounds like the
Metro
Durango
1 on 94, sorry.
downtown.
Yeah, let's stay on that one. See if state can give you the plate on that. Okay, well,
You continue 94. Now we took the exit ramp to Marion here. You darked out. I'm going to give you 28 here in a second, Metro.
Marion.
When you see Run Charles, Mary 487.
he did say eastbound earlier, right?
Yeah, I think he meant westbound.
Yeah.
It was expired.
Okay.
Can you forgive me on the airway with space? You're pursuing. He was 94 in Marion. Sounds like a car fled from the area.
Northbound Marion, just north of 94 here.
There should be two vehicles.
10-4, and you're with the Durango, correct?
You know north or south on Marion?
No Challenger. Durango took southeast to 10th Street. I think it was north.
What's the other challenge? Gray, did he say?
Union Race.
The other one's a Durango. This is a challenge we got stopped.
That should be the Charger.
I think we got this one on
There's
Marion.
state 91st still waiting for more information. All the others is the Dodge Durango and a Challenger. I'm going to head down to Durango. They are on Elmhead 1.
Well.
the same address as you. Wonder if these are related.
Yes, they're related. You can just
See what happens is one of our squads is monitoring state west, which, by the way, usually state is on east.
Metro Squad.
Another squad saw him come down 35.
What color is the Durango? 53286, still
I want to say maybe gray, not for sure though.
Helpful bus.
Sorry, we stopped one at Larpenteur. He's driving recklessly in front of us, so.
Copy, if you're code 4, we can drop 33, we're code 4 here as well.
36, how's your status out there?
He's our
Copy, go forward, 22, for 23. State Patrol V, clear 33 traffic and LTEC 1, thank you for everyone here.
See
Distance
if we get the
22, 23.
description before they clear.
Did they get the dream
Can we get the description of the Durango before you clear?
Separate one. The Durango that I saw continued into downtown. That's on the 210. The code 4 on Marion with the
4, I believe State Patrol is
532.
Clear.
2400's looking for a description of it.
one black, the whole thing. The other was all black, and that's the 28 I gave you was for the all black one.
Is that the one that exited?
Good question.
Dark one took southeast to 10th.
No further, 2224.
What did he say? The dark
2400
one?
is that you,
Yeah, took the 10th Street exit.
And that other thing.
There is from
It was called the Police unoccupied and looks like it's been there a little bit.
Copy.
So you probably heard Pat, it looks like the Durango is black that we're looking for downtown. Is that what everybody thinks?
Correct. That's what I heard.
1910, check your 7.
Track 388 for a suspicious 878 Bradley at Unit D Delta. There was a text to 911. Callers said they got texts saying someone's coming to break down their door. They don't see anybody else.
Well, there was a gathering of illegal street racers. Some people call them car enthusiasts. Up at the Mermaid parking lot in Mounds View today. State Patrol was up there monitoring traffic leaving. We don't know if that's where
And head to Raspberry Island.
That's 86.
Oh, that's a squad.
15-year-old female named Blanca. She's been having
Go ahead.
several arguments with her mother.
I'm on my way there already.
There's
a 29 Paul.
Get out of the situation. Did not have any current plans, however, she has been drinking. Ramsey County and Children's Crisis.
everybody's thinking the same thing, that because they're familiar with
Copy, we're looking at it.
Ramsey County. What was the plate on the black Durango?
Ramsey, it's Robert Boy Victor 780. All black, comes back to a Jeep. Grand Cherokee 07.
Can you air out
Could be.
910 case number for the WC?
Thank you.
Let me find it.
2226.
Copy, it's 22.
265, that case number will be 104048.
There's a
I saw that.
Copy, thank
The
you.
one up on the left lane up there.
right there.
Oh, that one?
Brother 251 in rough
Too
GOT.
slow, too old.
Okay.
What was that one that took the left here?
Bravo
Left.
0.
Didn't see that one.
I was looking.
So that Robert Boy Victor plate comes back to a Grand Cherokee, but they're confident that that's the plate that belongs to the Durango they were chasing.
Well, they didn't give us a degree of confidence, but that's what they said.
Copy. I'm quite confident I saw a light gray Durango, but we'll go with that.
I'm behind the light gray Durango, flag stripes, multiple Robert. Kellogg.
That might be the other one.
He said one was white with black stripes.
Yeah. But
I don't think he heard that though.
I don't. There was another. There was three cars they were following. The one of the troopers said they had a car stopped at Larpenteur.
About 3 blocks behind you.
Oh, they'll light that one up. I don't know where that other one went.
Cross the plate on. Definitely speeding. Pulling in out of people.
Keep us posted where you're at.
Looks like he's going to go eastbound Colorado forever. Couple blocks behind you.
Just license plate on now.
Yeah, he's going southbound. 539. Yeah, but he's trying to park here at Yellow's Big Exchange.
That didn't make any sense.
Copy for the
Who's
DOC
that
and
car
I
there?
exchange for
That's a Grand Cherokee.
That's the one I've been watching.
537, copy that as well.
Metro.
464.
Whatever it is in ours.
I'm 10-6 at the DO with one for a test.
2229.
Well, let's at least grab the plate, huh?
Yeah.
He didn't seem to want to stop, really.
I'm the streeter.
Blackout plates. ZCC 039.
Not the plate we're looking for, but aggressive driver. Don't see many Grand Cherokees at those car meets.
That's 166,
To be honest with you.
I copy to the dangerous condition Raymond and Uni for the white camper in the middle. North of Uni. We do have another dangerous condition at Hampton and Raymond.
That 29P is not going to be our party. We do have 115 for racing.
2230.
6A, where's the close?
Copy.
Did they stop that one in Colorado?
Said it was parking.
You guys good on Colorado?
Yeah, you'd be good here.
Yeah, what's your cross there?
Quentin and Gallows.
Loss.
That's west of Robert Street. Bellows. Did you say Bellows?
West Carlick.
Or does he say Delos?
Delos, yeah. He said Delos, but he meant
Delos?
Delos.
Okay. All right. That's clear. Then he's
What's their take on?
Delos. Delos. So
372.
532 to
I guess we'll
02.
have to listen to all the patrol channels.
Domestic
know if
at
Ramsey's
500,
looking
that's
for
Unit 204.
reckless
Color's
reason?
brother is using narcotics. He started a fire in the apartment that the Color's mother put out.
Copy.
Would you like me to add fire as well?
Is that 3?
Yeah.
500 to disco.
Everything's already been started since the
Caller
fire.
start a fire. Is the
2231. Sounds like the mother put it out. I don't know if you wanted anybody for evaluation.
Sure, start fire.
You know, I guess some shout outs got missed on the page. It's from Lisa Kroner. Happy birthday to nephew Rylan on June 6th, Michael June 11th, and niece Lily June 9th.
I gotta find
Turning
out
sweet 16.
if this is a new Beeline. This is it. How's it going?
How's it going?
This is a new Beeline, huh? Brand new. The Beeline just starts today.
Brand new, huh?
Well,
That way nobody runs into us.
well, we didn't want you to think we were bad guys. Yeah, I read it in the paper. This is faster now. Faster out of Are you going to Minneapolis? Oh. Well, I know. Well, here, take the light rail up to McDonald's. Take a light
There you
rail
go.
to McDonald's.
How much do we have?
$10. $10.
Oh, okay.
$10.
Good looking dude. Hey, can I get one for my partner? Please, if you don't mind. I'm with a nigga. I'm with my man.
Don't use the N-word ever.
All right, my
Here we
bad.
go.
Can I
Here we
get a
go.
couple more? I got girls too. I like them. I definitely like
Jesus
them.
criminy.
Hispanic.
All I got is
I like you, man. I like why I put my man.
here, Domino's.
Hey,
Two
can I
Domino's. Give him 2 Domino's. We got. Here we go.
Thank you.
Domino's.
All right, see you
See you
guys.
guys later. Anyhow, new bus line. The 21 bus at Selby is being replaced by the B line. And it's going to have like 2/3 of the stops. Not as many.
And where's it going to?
Well, it goes to Lake Street. You know the old Selby, the old 21 that
Yeah.
went across Marshall? The B line is replacing the 21. And they're cutting back on the stops. And you saw that nice bus stop there. So you'll be able to get from Minneapolis to St. Paul in like 10 less minutes. Which, means something nowadays.
Absolutely.
10, 15 less minutes. The B line, look it up.
Starts tomorrow at 4 a.m.
Oh, is that what someone said?
Yep. Thank you, Dave.
Okay, good to know. Free. They're going to let people ride the B line free tomorrow from like 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. or something like that. I read it. I don't think for rush hour, but the B line.
Well, that's cool.
Reminds me of the B movie. Did you ever see it? No, you didn't see
movie.
The B movie.
Was that the name of it?
Yeah,
I
the
saw
B-
a lot of B movies, but I.
Well, those were X movies you were watching. B movie. That was called the B movie. It was about a bee, and the bee's going to save the environment because without the bees, you can't pollinate the flowers.
Very true.
Remember that.
Very true.
What was the name of the bee in the Bee movie, folks? It's right on the end of my tongue. Those of you that have children that watch the Bee movie.
The name of the bee in the bee movie.
And the voice was like that guy, that comedian.
Go ahead.
The comedian. Not Tim Allen, but the Seinfeld? No, not Seinfeld. Who's the guy?
It's going to be Radical Firearms host.
Yeah, it might have been Seinfeld. The Bee Movie. Who is the
Model number?
name of the bee in the Bee Movie and the voice?
Robert Frank.
15.
Serial number.
Stopping at Gray Durango, just south of 10th Street on Robert.
They are lower.
Well, we are right there with you, buddy.
Yes, we are.
But we might not be able to get south of.
Copy, we're all just south of you, but with this road construction, we'll have to kind of work around you.
Ray Romano.
Ray Romano was the voice, yes, but what was the name of the bee? Did we see him down there?
Nope.
Hey, Mike, can you check your location? We're at 10th and Robert. We don't see him.
Copy, have a second. Serial number.
Yeah, we're ready for you.
Block 19.
Can you check his LPR?
Boy.
It says Robert and Shepherd.
Boy. Tom.
What?
911.
Oh, wait a minute. No, it doesn't. Sorry. 10th and Wabasha.
LPR says he's at Wabasha. Robert and Wabasha, they're both common streets.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see where they get confusing at times. But should be right here. There he is. Guys on Wabasha, between 9th and 10th.
312 for the 911, hang up 301 to 338 English Street.
Ramsey County.
Yeah, he said Robert, but it's a busy street. Robert and Wabasha are similar. The guy. All right. You've already talked to him? Well,
thank you.
I'm gonna go say hi to him. Okay. You wanna say hi to him, Pat? Mike?
Yeah, if you're free. Or someone. So, yeah, the east side. Yeah, on my way.
54378.
Mike thinks it could be them.
And the phone one come up to Mike stop as well.
I'm at Wabasha on 7th. I can stop there first.
Thank you.
Sean, if you want to handle your thing, I can replace you. It's coming from George and Robert. It's up to you.
I'm right here. I can just stop quick. 116.
Are you guys code 4 and stop, or what's going on?
Initially, the caller was receiving threatening text messages from Maya Foster. She is now driving erratically around the house for that date.
We're code 4. We're just running them.
Two 65. Can you break me and put me on traffic, Wabasha and 12, Minnesota Lima Kilo Tango 817, impeding traffic.
Alright, no, I'm coming to you.
Central 303. Thank you, Freddie. Copy, clip 4, 2241. Eight 6. 9231. Not listening to the call. Do you need a call?
Negative, no toll.
1025.
Metro 60 and 30 cars still blocked in the middle lane. Eastbound 694 at 35 8. 71. 2241.
It is downright cold out there, folks. Now, this vehicle matches the description of one that was fleeing from the state. And Under Sheriff Martin got it stopped, and we just chatted with him for a little bit.
That was Alan Littles. Remember Alan Littles?
Oh, yeah.
But when I first went
Driving?
He looks older because he's gotten older. He's only 19 years old.
He was being a little salty when I first went up there. But he's valid.
They probably got
he knew the name of the registered owner.
Cool.
There's probably only 2 guns this time.
Yeah, 2 guns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of the 4 like last time.
Are you gonna?
You want to take it?
I can.
Am I gonna? What were you gonna
Metro
say?
471.
Am I gonna?
I was just gonna say, are you?
Go ahead.
Yes.
Looks like it's going to be right in the apex there, right at the merge. You can get it from either 694 or.
Take it for a half hour. Then I'm gonna give it to Nicole.
Okay.
Sound good?
Sounds good.
Oh, they are
All right,
partially
buddy.
blocking the lane there. So.
Oh, by the way,
Yeah.
Nathan says it was Barry B. Benson. I mean, Jerry Seinfeld was the voice of the bee.
Yeah, you told me that. Well, I thought it was Seinfeld instead of Ray Romano. Yeah, you're right.
So
Ray
were
Romano
right.
might have been in there. But what was the name of the bee?
Barry B. Benson.
Barry B. Barry B. Barry B. Barry the bee. Barry the bee.
Romeo Tango 36145.
Actually, that was a good stop by Mike. Wrong car, but got a little background with those kids in the car. It ended with a couple smiles.
Indeed.
That's the important thing. End with some smiles. So what we're going to do, we're going to send you over to Mike Martin for a little bit. And then we're going to, after that, we'll do a half hour with Mike. Then a half hour with Nicole. Because everybody tells us Nicole's their favorite. You know, nobody has any sensitivity for how people feel on Father's Day.
15 and round 54.
I mean, you don't insult somebody on their birthday, you know. But the good news about sending you over to Mike is Pat and I get to go do undercover work. If something pops off, we'll be there. Where do you think?
Will you do me a favor and go over to St. Peter?
Yeah.
And go south?
Yeah.
Somebody was saying there was one, there might have been a white Durango with black stripes parked at the corner.
Speaking of white Durangos with black stripes, have you seen Andre's new squad?
I did.
Andre Rongic's new squad. white Durango with 2 black stripes. That's why I thought maybe Andre was chasing him.
Hey, there you go. Good point.
But they didn't know that.
Good point.
Very confusing. Very confusing. And he keeps Sonny in the car, his canine in there, so he's got Sonny's name on the side of the Durango. Now here's the thing, folks. I like creative ideas. You know that, right? I like cops to think out of the box. I'm not going to sit here and tell you that I'm a huge fan of racing stripes on police cars. But I give our young cops credit for creativity, right?
Absolutely.
Creativity. And by the way, a lot of people like it. He's got the video. If you look up Andre Rongic, there's a video of introducing his car with music, Metallica, I think, playing or something.
That's funny.
Yeah. Oh, it's on his page. Pretty damn cool. So I'm going up this way.
Yeah, straight down this way. I think it was at either 6th or 5th. Where those girls were coming out of somewhere talking real loud.
Oh, yeah. You know, one of the reasons to watch Live on Patrol, tell your friends you should share this, is because it gets your mind off all the conflict in the world. Right?
That right.
Right?
Definitely.
Gets your mind off the conflict.
You can be an investigator, English and Pacific.
A lot of people, you know, it's stressful. It's stressful, especially what's happening in the Middle East right now. Some people have a hard time turning the TV off because, you know, and that's fine. Where are we looking?
I'm thinking left here.
Okay. Not straight because we didn't go straight.
Well, it's gone now.
Okay. I love to hear laughter like that, right?
Absolutely. People having a good time.
Laughter.
Well, thank you very much, Matthew. He says, not sure about the conflict, but you both are entertaining and enlightening.
Did he say we're like lightning? Like lightning? Are we like lightning? Is that what he said? Okay, I want to be the lightning. You can be the thunder.
Oh, that's an interesting one.
Hey, excuse me.
Yes.
Hey, officer!
What's going on?
What's up, famous dudes?
How you doing?
Fletcher, around this dude?
Fletcher and Scott, go ahead, but yeah, just honk your horn when you go.
That's what I was thinking. I know you guys. Hey, I mean, big guys.
How you been?
You guys have a good night. Be safe.
Thank you. By the time
I haven't seen your garage sale lately.
No, at the end of this month.
Okay.
By the time you go, it's going to be green. Oh, let him go first.
All right, now you go.
You go ahead there.
All right, you guys have a good
Thank
night.
you.
Yep, you too. Oh, that's the Challenger he had stopped on Marion.
They went to jail, right? For reckless? Or what are they, is that what it says they're booking them or what?
Reckless and guns.
Oh. Well, now we know why they took off. They didn't want to get stopped with guns, but why on earth you flee that far and then suddenly you stop, right?
Yeah.
It's good for us. But well, he was probably watching Live on Patrol. I was fleeing, you know, that the net was closing in. What do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mr. 10 and 70 cars information on driving complaint last seen northbound 61 from 494, described as a white Chevy truck. Plate given is Lincoln Ida Charles yellow. Plate comes back to a 2015 Chevy Tahoe, white in color.
All right, let's send it over to Mike if we haven't done it already. Let's do
Almost
it.
hit them and saw the female drivers head bobbing as they passed. Information.
And before we send it over to Mike, let's just tell the racers that the racers are planning to meet up
1265 Hazelwood Unit 202.
up at the northeast corner of Rice and Larpenter.
Their floor with
Rice and Larpenter, we will be there. And if the exhaust has not been fixed on the Chrysler with the 2 drunk, we are going to start writing citations.
Indeed.
So those of you that are listening, tell that guy driving the plate 2 drunk that has the noise violation, constant noise violation, not to be there. Citizens of Ramsey County really don't want to have to be awake while your car driving around. All right, we're sending you to Mike Martin. Mighty Mike. Not to be there. Citizens of Ramsey County really don't want to have to be awake while your car driving around. All right, we're sending you to Mike Martin. Not to be there. Citizens of Ramsey County.
All right. I am on Rice Street. I'm gonna head to Larpenter, but I have to make a little detour because of the road construction up here. Welcome to my back seat. As the sheriff said, we made patrol on the cars they were chasing, and the one that went into downtown, I followed after.
317, how is your
And they were unsure of the description on the Durango, and then I saw Durango speeding out of downtown. So I pulled it over, and it turned out to be some young men that we've dealt with before. Although this time the driver had a license and the car was registered to the person he told me it was registered to, and so sheriff came up and we had a good talk with the young man. I'm gonna head up here, but it sounds like maybe they canceled this meeting spot since we were aware of it. I did go up and check earlier tonight. I went up to the Mermaid in Mounds View, which was their original meeting spot, and there were about 60 to 70 cars there, and they were making a lot of racket with revving their engines and stuff, but they weren't driving crazy. But I gotta believe that's can't be good to be revving your engine up to very high RPMs over and over and over again just to get backfires. So
Front alarm at 2157 Old Hudson Road, a Dollar Tree, going the store entry door.
But there were 2 Mounds View patrol squads sitting in the lot, keeping an eye on the group, and then once there was sounds like there might have been a little bit of reckless driving when they left the location, and they made some traffic stops, but there wasn't when I was up there, and it was raining hard at that time. So we're on Arlington. We're gonna pop over to, I'm sorry, we're not on Arlington, we're on Jackson. We just passed Arlington. We're gonna pop over here on to Rice Street and see if they are meeting up here. I don't know, I didn't hear if the sheriff mentioned it at the end there, but the cars that the troopers pulled over when the one town, there was reckless driving. They were going over 140 miles an hour and had guns in the car. So, not a good plan.
There's 104059.
Then the sheriff mentioned our detail on Wednesday for the Columbia Heights graduation, where we had quite a presence, and then at the end of the night there were kids hanging around in the lot after most everyone else had left, and those were the ones that we ran off that later were shooting at each other. So, and we were able to arrest the two in the one car, and I think we definitely were able to prevent a shooting at that time. So we're at Rice and Larpenteur, and it's looking relatively quiet here, which is good.
317.
They did say they were going to cancel this meetup because of the weather and the fact that we were out there.
Copy, thank you.
2257.
And I'm going to sneak around here. It's not really sneaking, but it's looking kind of lonely. So that's good.
.4431, they're both close report.
White Castle, Vermont. I'm sorry, go again with your location. White Castle parking lot, Sierra Echo Union, 576. Copy at the White Castle. 25, I'm going to be close first.
So this couple state troopers just pulled up here, and I think they're seeing that nothing's going on, so they can get hopefully back out on the highway if there's not another meetup place, and keep us all safe out there.
Can you change our current call to traffic and put us out at St. Peter and 7th with Foxtrot Delta Victor 956?
So, quick shout out to my daughter Kelly for her birthday. Birthday was yesterday.
219. Race into line. Black Chevy truck. Minnesota plate. Zulu Kilo George 448.
Happy race and gentlemen.
Alright, well, I'm going to move along because there's nobody here. I'm going to go north here on Rice Street. I'm going to go check out a spot in Little Canada. But I was talking about it was just great work. So Abdi did an unbelievable job when he saw what was going on and followed one of the cars. Deputy Loya from patrol jumped in, was able to
374.
give updates. Sergeant Suki did what Sergeant Suki does, and Deputy McManus was there. There were just a ton of
That I do not
people
know. All we know
were
is
there.
that officers may call them for an assessment with mental health assessment, and they requested a call upon arrival.
And just great teamwork. And then Maplewood tracking back to where the gun was also great work. So it has been pouring rain all day long, and now it's, kind of stopped, but it has been busy too. So, which, in some ways we love it when it's busy, but we don't want people to be victimized, so.
I copy the suspicious at 256th Street for the mail by the trash can alley. 537, see you back.
On the way. With Zulu, Juliet, Victor, 970.
Okay, we're enough for after that.
So we're at Minnesota. We're on Rice Street. I'm going to head up here a little bit further and then check on a location up here where we've had some issues lately.
They don't fire for this. Our patient is quadriplegic.
Aware of anything going on, but we'll check and then we'll head back down into the city of St. Paul.
443. I'll check the 760.
We're so lucky and pleased that those officers weren't hurt last night that were run into by the male who was fleeing. That could have easily ended up seriously injuring or killing somebody, so thank goodness that didn't happen. And as Bob said, the Steve Linders is back home, which is the best news we've received in a long time. And mentally sharp. I don't know, he was always super mentally sharp, so. And he and I used to get into some really good debates over dumb stuff, but it was fun, so I hope he, doesn't get even sharper. For some reason, my Facebook crashed here, which I use to monitor stuff. Sometimes we're mentally sharp, so, and he and I used to.
3 detained.
3 detained.
8196 traffic.
So we're up here at the Kamara
8196, go ahead.
coffee shop, which has been really busy. A lot of young kids hang out here. And some of the kids that we've interacted with at the graduations have been up
Domestic at
here.
1370 Westminster, Unit Bravo 311. There's a male shouting at a female and shouting at her to get her hands off of him. He is attempting to gather more.
1230.
And 2005.
But it's looking pretty quiet and orderly right now, which is exactly how we like it.
374, your case number is 104053.
I need Pat with me to yell curb, because I just jumped a curb on the passenger side of the car. So we are in Little Canada. We're gonna head out here on Little Canada Road.
Then you're close to Dutchess. Just trying to find a guy again who was walking through people's yards. Not white shirt on, but
We're gonna come back out here to 35E and go back south towards St. Paul.
Silver keys on Dutchess. In the church parking lot.
Couple blocks out.
Wait, everybody, haha, 207. Did you think 661? No, I lost it again. Heavier set male weight, button down shirt, black.
So Nicole is trying to reacquire a guy she saw that seemed to be creeping around in a yard. And it sounded like Sean McManus is over there with her, so we're going to kind of head that way, even though we're a ways off.
Fireworks, we'll find a chapter for shooting off fireworks. Everyone, you can disregard, but thank you. Pretty well. TC is having some trouble gathering information. All we know is that both parties seem to be hitting each other and both are shouting.
So say to all the fathers out there,
DK said if he had a gun, he would shoot her. Someone is saying that they're all bloody. It's unknown if there is a firearm on scene.
hopefully you can enjoy some time this weekend. I know, having been there before, a lot of times guys have to work on Father's Day, but hopefully you can find some time to enjoy it and sit back and be proud of your kids. By the way, I haven't heard anybody mention yet tonight that it's Friday the 13th. So that usually adds to the excitement. Friday the 13th, full moons. I know we had a strawberry moon, full moon, but I think it was a couple days ago. And it was pretty cool looking once it got above the smoke from the Canadian forest fires.
APD, Earl and Wakefield. There are 2 vehicles involved. They have it about 5 minutes ago. They're blocking the street. It sounds like one party is very agitated and yelling. It's going to be a black Jeep Wrangler and a Chevy Suburban. Sounds like there are multiple people yelling and screaming in the background.
Alright, I'm hearing a siren, but I'm not.
2311.
See, oh, there comes the squad.
312, your caller is refusing to disengage with the other party.
So we're gonna keep going over here to where Nicole is. Let's see if we can't help find the guy that she saw creeping around. Some issue onto the call. My computer seems to be mad at me.
Info for squads arriving for the domestic. Caller is stating that the male is quote, going to have a problem with officers. Unknown exactly what that means.
You know what?
Trying to get into the apartment complex right now.
I'm gonna turn around and go over to that domestic because we're not far off from it, and it sounds like the male might be violent with the officers, and so we'll just head that way till they're code 4. They just aired that they were gonna try to get in. Still trying to get into the building. So sounds like a pretty violent domestic, and
Copy, calling a 10-3 loss. This is our code 4. Making contact on all sensor.
just gonna pull up here quick. And I I shall try to return quickly.
I can buy 128 Tango, 119 cancel.
119, you can take there. Across. 2315. $23.61.
6-1.
This is on a fall 5656 Aspen Lane.
6-1, Kennedy.
2316. All medics have now been started. Copy, canceling the 10-3, Plaza on Westminster, close 4.
Early time.
Copy. What, 212?
215 on 6, but Sierra Echo Juliet 695.
Copy, 215 on 6 and 2315.
Can I get medics my location for a 29-year-old male conscious breathing? Explain about back pain.
Medics are on the phone right now. Are they cleared in on arrival? You're welcome. Are they cleared in on arrival?
Yeah, medics play.
Thank you. 2318. What's 260 Tango 200? I copy. You took the alarm. 606 Haddon Street at the Laundry Hub. That covers the front and back door. 2318.
634, you can send me that alarm, please.
Honey.
8848 traffic.
8848, go ahead.
All right, sorry about the wait there.
94 West Silver Lake Road, Lincoln, Adam King, 766.
Just wanted to make sure they were safe, and of course, as soon as I got into the building, they called out that they were safe, and now requesting medics. So they did a good job of responding. They parked a little ways away.
Sounds like a male was attempting to destroy his wife's vehicle. They were somewhere on the third floor by the stairs.
Propped open the doors that needed to be propped open.
The vehicle is a blue Acura, Minnesota license, Lima Romeo Echo 890.
That others could get in there safely.
It's going to be an Asian male, about 30 years old, 5'2".
Great work.
Ready to go.
Thank you, 2319.
Ignite, edge road. Nora Electric call, 366.
Now I gotta see if it's still over. I don't see that call anymore. I'm gonna pull over here real quick and just double check.
Sergeant.
Was that for 319?
Negative, it was for an East Sergeant.
So we're southbound on Edgerton from Arlington now. Going back into service. The St. Paul officers did a great job of
319.
putting an end to that domestic, and
we got one party in custody with over in here, holding the area clearance.
The air is clear. My apologies with the background noise. Was there anything else?
We have one party in custody, 424.
Copy, one party in custody, 2322.
so they have one
275.
suspect in custody there. They've got a medical rig coming. Don't know if it's for the suspect or the victim in the case, but they did a great job. Quick response.
Can you also add Minnesota Fleet Juliet Victor Papa 515?
Copy.
314. And add Minnesota Fleet Lima Papa Bravo 693.
Copy.
We're eastbound on Maryland from Payne right now, and see what we can stir up over here.
Exchange and Good pursuit. Northbound Wabasha, blackmail with James back. We're going to be going westbound on 10th. He just dumped his backpack.
Copy, calling us in 2.
On 10th. We're coming up to, now he's going southbound on St. Peter. We're on the left side of the sidewalk.
Foot chases downtown St. Paul.
275, break in for that. Copy.
He's going westbound on Exchange. Down the ground! One at gunpoint.
One at gunpoint. Air is clear, 2325.
Good job by the officer. Updated his location. Calling out that the suspect dropped a backpack. And sounds like he's got him at, he's gonna cuff him up.
1005 Ramsey Road, Brooklyn 127 for a 26-year-old female has a seizure.
So they got, sounds like they got him in custody, the backpack, and so.
312. We're going to be transporting adult male, and myself and 378 will be following.
Copy, what is the destination?
LEC.
Copy, LEC 2226. No, go ahead.
Disregard.
Street, we're gonna continue going west on East 7.
Work code 4.
We're driving by Metro State University right now. Actually, under the Skyway.
Of course, it is 104085.
Thank you.
You're welcome, 2328.
What's your location? 17 West Exchange. Copy.
So we're headed back into downtown and see.
164.
She was unconscious, out of seizure. So I swung her in the line, I think it's fine.
See what's going on down here.
Okay. One train single.
Will be clear vibes with 164 and continue at 60.
Copy 119. 119. So back 128 Tango for the CDP at 848 Englewood Apartment 4. Somebody took the call as 40, broke out the window from the outside with a rock and given Mariah. Subject is a at 2330.
Let's see what's up with this car. They have out-of-state plates, so they may just be lost, but they're kind of driving around and not stopping where they're supposed to, including right there.
138, you're 372.
So
372. Get me a call. Hey! Copy.
Period, just double checking your status.
So can you give me a call, please? Call it.
Checking the status.
2164.
2332.
Any Kern speaking officers working tonight?
Checking channels 1 and 3 for any current speaking officers. Any current speaking officers on channels 1 and 3 or 3 that can assist over and east? Negative response. We'll check with Central. 237 and 2333.
Alrighty. Just gonna run him quick. He's a nice guy. Looks like him and his girlfriend, and they said they're in town from Missouri to go to the weekend concert at US Bank Stadium tomorrow.
Checking channel 2 for current speaking officer to assist east on the domestic.
One, two, three.
Tobacco 126 for service 725 Charles, apartment 2. Neighbors playing loud music for the last several hours.
Hey, boss.
Thank you. 2334.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm on a traffic stop. I'm just gonna let them know that I'm just gonna advise. Okay, I think it'll be good. But all right. Okay. Thanks. Bye. So he had the question of the day.
Squad 386, go to 6.
I asked him if he had any illegal drugs in the car. And the reason I asked him is because it smelled like marijuana. And he said, well, marijuana's legal here, isn't
Negative
it?
for Christie for citywide.
And I explained to him, yeah, it is, but you can't be smoking it in the car.
Anytime.
And he's like, oh, yeah, I would never do that. So, anyway.
Change.
New message.
All right, I'm just going to give him an advice for stopping at the stop signs. He's lost, so he's not paying attention. He needs to pay attention.
19, I copy 6 of disturbance and exchange on the 11th floor for a high pitched noise on 2336. Five, I copy 6 and 911 at 515 Farrington. Caller said they needed a mail from the road and just
All right. Super nice young kids. They're staying at an Airbnb over here, and they were just driving around looking for a place to park. And I just pointed out a pay parking lot right there for them. So, it is
because
right now, this area is pretty torn up, so it's hard to find a place to park.
Covers the motion sensor in the basement. 2337.
So the sheriff has called me there, and we're going to send it over to Nicole. And
179.
I appreciate everybody hanging with me.
California license plate from Romeo Sierra 10536.
Copy Marshall and Lexington at 2338.
386, can you take 6? 386 to 6.
126.
6 to cover the RTC, I'll take the other disturbance.
My apologies. Do you mean the DOC at Charles and Kent?
Oh, perfect. My apologies.
That's all right. 123.
23, I copy the call. I'm en route.
Thank you, Charles and Kent, for the callers. I've got 3 to 4 people outside just arguing and yelling. 2339. Copy from the 911 hang up 1260 Hazelwood within 21 meters. Would you like me to start your sentence?
Everybody.
Copy, thank you. 2239.
The shooting at Warren's was someone hit.
With a spot of backfire, just a copy on an assault. Warren's bar 899 right. The caller was just shot.
Las Vegas 4453 still on this. Two, three, you can clear everybody. Thank you.
Oh, good afternoon, everybody. Just checking,
600 of a block away.
checking a VIN on this bike over here after my 12-point turn.
New message. New message. New message.
Do we have a suspect description?
Negative. Callers outside, suspect no longer on scene.
That
She is
doesn't
shot in the
match.
shoulder and stomach. And now the caller is no longer responsive.
Zulu, Golf, Tango, 820, flagging me.
The plate comes back to a blue scooter.
She said that there is also a baby somewhere around. Employer to 24.
New message. New message.
But the bike is a silver Honda.
New message.
We're squad, they're pulling up.
There's a shooting at Bourne's Bar. That's the radio traffic that you're hearing.
5181 traffic.
5181, go ahead.
Bryson DeMont pulling into Hog's Breath with 0 George Edward 221.
Yes, sir. I was just checking a VIN on a vehicle at the Motel 6.
634, shut down right.
All right, backseaters, we are at Bourne's Bar. There was a woman here that's been shot. So lots of squad cars coming. Maybe
East and west flats for midnight EOT. Starting with west 168.
634, make sure we hold a path for medics to come in, please.
yeah, leave a path for medics there, Mike.
634, they're cleared in
What's
on
your
arrival.
tango?
634, code 4 for medics.
Hey, Mike.
Step it up, please.
Mike,
183.
Mike,
184.
they want to make sure the medics can get through there. I don't know if you're in the way.
Okay, yeah, I left enough room, but I'll
Any other west squads midnight
There's
EOT.
there's the baby.
Negative response, east flats.
So she had a baby with her.
388.
She's actually in the street right there in front of us. We can't see her
Are
identity.
there any of these flats for midnight
We're
EOT?
going to let the medics pull up. She had that baby that was just being carried.
Negative response.
She reported getting shot in the
200, I'm on scene.
shoulder and the stomach, huh?
125, where do we need right shutdown on the Sylvan? 125, they need rice shutdown from Wayzata to Mill first.
Here come the medics.
Medics are,
Well, the good news, the medics are coming off of the.
634, northbound is shut down. Medics are coming in from the north.
Which is good because that's a medic station right out front.
Patient is breathing. Patient is breathing.
600.
125, they need a shot from both directions.
There's a lot of people that are, we can get a couple more cars, be a deal. 275 TM, Minnesota Zulu Golf Tango 820.
So,
5 minutes shutdown right there, Atwater.
we don't have suspect information yet.
634, I have casings at Rice in Manitoba on the east side of the street.
Okay, casing's over here on the right side.
Heavy.
200, I can have someone with some tape come to Bourne's Bar. We're going to have to tape this scene off.
No?
She just will have tape.
So I got an injured victim shot laying in the street. Her baby was nearby. Saw the officer carrying that. Was probably more like I don't know.
200, I need officers to
2-year-old?
canvass the area.
Yeah, I guess about 2 years old.
Of course, it is 104.
Got a lot of cars here, folks. Pat and I would be glad to help, but we're going to try.
I got another medical story
We're going to wait for the suspect description.
Last time, go again.
Since everybody is tied up here.
600, go ahead.
I need a car that's not here yet to block traffic, Manitoba, towards Rice. Whatever, what is it, Park?
Yeah, West
We
Park.
can't have any cars coming straight through.
They want to block Manitou, so they can't come west on
Having
Manitou.
used by the block at Park in Manitoba.
Park in Manitoba.
Here, we need copy of this is 8386 Avenue. Further calling said somebody was knocking on their back door, 2347.
That's my boss.
Are you holding the baby now?
Yeah.
You did good.
Hi.
She says hi.
Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
She doesn't know her name, but she said cold.
Cold, yeah. You got your heating her up?
Yeah.
Oh,
There
God
we
bless
go.
you.
There we go.
For the victim,
All right.
her mother got in a fight at the
How you
bar,
doing? Good,
and
how
they
are
were
you?
leaving. So someone talked to the mother and get some more info from that.
Okay, perfect. All right.
All right, yeah, keep it warm. Keep it warm. God bless.
Good job.
Good job.
Can you air our call time?
Apparently, there's a second victim in the truck.
I mean, there's.
They need squads to block traffic, Manitoba.
I mean, I got 20 people here, so.
Blocking traffic.
And they probably, once we get a suspect name, they got to know who it is.
219. We have southbound Rice Street, blocked at Westfield.
For her to be out here with the kid too.
Well,
I wonder if it's a domestic thing.
It says here, mother got into a fight at the bar and was leaving.
We don't know who the fight was with, but
Okay.
yeah, feel free to go.
I'm just gonna make sure they're.
They might want help with the baby. Who knows? You're good at that.
662, is the person going to be in the river or in a pond in that area? Can we get a squad to block a Park in Manitoba, please?
All right. Well, stick around here too long. We're going to be in the crime zone.
387 and route to assist with blocking traffic. Where do you need me?
Park in Manitoba, please.
In case you're wondering, those of you backseaters know that the primary responding agency is St. Paul on this case.
Folks, we have no idea if she took the baby to the bar or not.
No.
We
can't.
Don't make suppositions.
No.
The information I'm reading off is what is getting put into the call, and there's nothing about the baby being in the bar.
Right.
You're really tight on that.
Yeah, I see it. I gotta be tight to make my 2-point turn here. I'm gonna try to get by you if you can move a little. Yeah. Gonna be a 4-point turn. Listen. What channel is that on? Oh, that's somebody else on the Mississippi River. Got another call going on down there.
And if you call, Zulu call single 820.
There's a second person you said was in that truck, huh?
Yeah, they called medics for a second victim.
Well, we got a little bit of. There's a lot of squads here. What do you want me to do? So, medics are treating 3 people. I'm guessing that squad's going to Park in Manitoba. They want some more help.
Not sure which side he's going to go to yet, but pick a side on perimeter and accordingly.
Well, we've been at Boynes Bar many times, folks. You've been with us, and we've always said that it's a tinderbox there, right, Pat?
Yep. Definitely.
Since we don't know where he went along to Mississippi. No one over by Upton Park.
LTAC.
093.
LTAC channel. Mississippi.
You're welcome. 2251.
I'm going to be over by 1 hand.
Then 3140, go over towards Ellison Park, like I said. All we know is that he went towards Mississippi. We don't know where he went from there.
Probably gonna shut that one off for a little bit. Well, maybe we'll stay a little longer, Pat, because you know when everybody's tied up there.
Yep.
Something else can happen.
260 Tango.
Wait a minute.
260 Tango.
260 Tango.
262 Tango. Deborah Half will be riding down to the regions in the rig, and I will be following.
Okay, let's get out of the way, because...
268, one detained. Other side, Elmer Squad, north of Forest Park. What?
One detained.
Copy, one change. Additional squad north of Forest Park. Copy, party in handcuffs.
Get a lot of emotion down there. It's not necessarily the suspect, but you're gonna see the so we got another medic coming probably now because there's 2 victims. So the first medic is taken from off of Rice Street. Yeah, people get a little emotional. Taking the woman down there. And we got a medic on there. And now you can hear in the background there's some angry people about what happened. Probably some of them will show up at the hospital.
Good chance of that.
So we might head down there just to see.
Is there a squad with the second victim?
Second victim was in the truck. He must have pulled up on the truck.
Can anyone advise if a second rig is still needed for a second victim?
Well, they're there now anyway.
I'll do the second victim.
Copy, so confirming it's not the child as the second victim?
Nope. We got to meet the child. Mike was holding the child. The officer had asked Mike to hold the child while they checked on some other stuff.
318, copy en route for the suspicious 445.
So that child was in very
the
good
residents
hands.
who said that they were noticing commotion around the property. 2354.
There's a fire chief. District Fire Chief is obviously going to the call. They don't always attend those calls, but it's always good to have them. Fortunately, for any victim in this area, they're not far from one of the finest trauma centers in the world.
Very true.
Regions Hospital.
123, 126.
690 North Jackson.
123. 16.
I'm assuming there will be people at the hospital.
We need to have you start for domestic. 175 10th Street over in Central. Room 310 at the Drury Plaza. Caller's boyfriend hit her head into the wall about 5 minutes ago. He is downstairs attempting to leave. His name is Asir Williams, black male, about 20 years old, 5'11", black Nike sweater, gray Nike pants, red black Jordans. Be advised, he has a Glock handgun in his sweater. He just left on foot.
So we're about to go to the hospital. Check that. Light-skinned black female is a suspect. But now we got to call it to Drury.
We have a squad that can start for dangerous condition. We have a wrong way driver, southbound Lexington at Interstate 94, possibly
Black
in a quarter
Nike
Toyota late model.
Sweater.
Okay.
Gray Nike pants.
And he pounded her head or something?
Yes.
So we're
has Glock handgun in sweater.
Oh, great. Well, that's good. Black sweater?
Black Nike sweater, gray sweatpants.
I'm going to go through this red so I don't get
clear.
Last squad, go again.
I'm supposed to be leaving.
419 is the right way north or south?
Hey, you guys take
They
a
were
look at
south.
Drury call on 10th
So it
Street.
sounds like probably in the north lawn.
Maybe head down and give us a hand if we spot him.
Said he was attempting to leave, so he may not have even gotten out yet.
And I don't know that we didn't know if he had a car.
Right.
So we should watch the front doors. What you're thinking?
I'm thinking.
There's a green laser. The people are lasering us. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, we're getting lasered.
From which way?
I think behind us.
Okay.
I'm not sure.
Okay, there's somebody just got into a car over here.
That car at the end?
Yep.
Let's see if I can get a look at him when he comes out here. Think you'll recognize him? I'd rather have more information than less.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take your spot there. SMK 893. There's a girl in the car. In the passenger seat. Probably not him then, huh?
Right.
Per video, shooting occurred. It was a drive-by shooting. We're gonna get vehicle information in just a second. The camera footage is a little grainy.
This isn't related to the
vehicle information of the
homicide I was talking
A
about.
black pickup truck, 4-door. The driver's window will be busted.
1, 2, 3.
Black pickup, 4-door.
Drive-by shooting. Suspect vehicle is going to be a black 4-door pickup truck with a broken driver window. 9-7 started for your call for the female. He advised boyfriend did threaten her with the gun. He did not fire it. He is going to be in a gray 2010 Nissan Maxima. Unknown license plate. Caller, that's something that's the call. Vehicle caller is waiting in with her friend. It's in the
That's a gray Nissan Maxima.
Is that a guy or girl? What's the name of the person?
The vehicle and the direction of travel is so. We're going to be fluid and roll aware of this information. Suspect.
Someone want to run down the Drury with us?
Copy, still waiting for that info.
265 on my
Does that look like a female to you?
Comp waiting in vehicle with friend. Oh, this
Yeah,
might be the
yeah.
comp.
State 419.
So, but
Go ahead.
It did it. What does it say about the suspect car?
I think they were describing her car.
179, did you copy? State that they were unable to look at that vehicle.
Did you guys call? Is he here still?
2259.
He what? All right. On which way did he go out?
263.
He doesn't have a car. We're gonna go look for.
The suspect vehicle is going to be a dark colored.
All right. Here's the deal. You stay in your car. Leave your lights off. There's gonna be another squad here, or we'll come back. We want to go look for him.
123.
All right.
Where did you last see him?
Suspect vehicle is now described as a dark colored SUV. Your suspect left on foot, unknown direction. Do you need the description
Yeah.
again?
And I see him coming down and leaving out.
Sure.
But I don't know.
Where did you see him come leaving out?
The front door.
Again, it's going to be a
The
black
front
male,
beyond
20 years
10th
old,
Street?
5'11",
Not this-
eligible,
I was still
black
inside
Nike
when he
sweater,
left out,
gray
but I
Nike
could see
pants,
him from the top.
red and black.
Okay, but I just want the door by the street or this door? All right. And then where did you see him walking?
Caller does not think that he will
All
fly
right.
without the
Stay in your
but he
car.
will
Turn your
possibly
lights off.
See
Lock.
if he has a laser on the gun.
Yeah. Does he have a laser on it?
You're welcome.
Wait.
Have a good night.
If there's any cameras located on the
Switch?
southeast corner, that
What color?
the vehicle was stopped there
Black.
briefly.
What color's the
prior to
beam?
the shooting.
Green and like a regular flashlight, and it's green. It's a green one and a regular one that looks like a flashlight.
All right. What kind of gun is it?
I want to say it's a Glock. He has so many of them.
He
I
didn't
don't know.
threaten you, but
He hit me with his
oh,
gun.
yeah.
123 Tango, I am
But
unable.
the call
to
says he
longer
didn't
for the
point it
call.
at you.
No.
Okay. Thank you. Stay in your car with your friend. We'll be here.
My apologies at 1 minute.
I guess he was lining us up with the laser.
Yep.
Anybody close to the Drury?
Yeah, me and Sean are here too.
I need one of you to stand by with the. Yeah.
Dark hoodie, light blue jeans, red and
Well,
black
it could
shoes.
be-
He went straight that way around the corner, like right before you pulled in.
All right, thank you. Hang on. I'm going to try to steer St. Paul to the victim.
Where exactly do you need us?
Well,
Go right up to it.
Tell them follow us. Just follow us to the
Follow us,
victim.
the victim's in a gray Nissan up here.
All right, we're looking for the suspect. Check out the description. And we're going to leave St. Paul with the victim. You pop out here.
113, I'll be able to
Talk to this officer, ma'am.
Come on, give us room. Give us room.
Right. Hey, we're done here, Kyle. We're done here, Gold. We're looking for the suspect.
He went behind that building.
That scene eastbound?
Yeah.
Yep.
How long ago?
Doesn't matter.
Less than 5 minutes.
Oh, this ain't good. There you go.
08 copy and reference suspicious 1854 Margaret for the caller who said that somebody broke a vehicle window.
All right, citizen said he went eastbound from up here when we pulled in, so it's about a 5-minute delay.
And info for squad on the domestic at Drury Plaza. The possible suspect, OLN, has been added to the call. It's going to be in line 20.
Why don't you just get on there and tell him witness said he went walked eastbound.
2 minutes.
You want me to turn 2 off?
No.
Got it.
2755.
The
Witness said the suspect, right as we were pulling up about 5 minutes ago, went east on 10th and around the building just to the east of the Drury.
Copy, thank you. For in relation to the Hotel at Morris Bar.
No.
Drury Hotel call.
Copy, can I have you take channel 1, please?
2755.
Go ahead.
On the Drury Hotel call about 5 minutes ago, right as we were pulling up, a witness says the suspect went east on 10th and then to the north around the building just east of the Drury. The handgun is reportedly a Glock.
Might have a laser.
Has a laser on it and a switch. And
We saw the laser.
we were getting lit up by a green laser as we were pulling up to the scene.
Copy. There was a witness that said the suspect went eastbound on Kent, then north behind the Drury. Be advised, suspect has a Glock with a laser and a switch. County squads were getting lit up by a green laser as they were arriving on scene.
It's the building to the east of the Drury that the suspect went around to the back of.
Copy. Went around to the back of the building east of the Drury.
It's a good place to hide down in there.
I know.
The other thing,
Did
though,
you see he hit her with the gun?
Yeah, she said she got pistol whipped. They know that because it was already in the comments. That's why the medics are here.
Copy. Thank you.
I don't know. But here's the thing. When I saw the laser, it was coming. Well, all I can tell you is the light was on the ground and was at this angle. See right there?
Yep.
So I either assumed it was coming from the building or directly behind us. And I'm guessing he probably was in this vicinity when we pulled up.
Yep.
And then the witness saw him go over here.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Yep.
Dispatch Rangers dispatch.
I don't know how you'd get back there. You almost need a drone. Right?
Yep.
I think that goes under the, you can go down under the freeway. But we're gonna have to make some exceptional maneuvers here. Don't say whoa, whoa, whoa again. This is a bridge that goes underneath. Is there a gate there?
Yep. But it looks like a padlock is on it.
Yep. So. How would you? Can he get around that building?
I think you'd have to go over the fence.
He did not have a car, she said, which was.
Ready, we have around 7 one adult male.
Copy, LEC was an adult male in 7 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm kind of thinking there might be some type of openings in here. Is that a fence? It is a fence, isn't it?
Yep. Wrought iron.
Oh, it is funny. We'd seen the green laser and she said he had one.
Yeah.
I don't know if funny is the right word, but.
101. I sent you a message.
Let's just see if this gate is. Is it open at all? It's like locked, huh?
Thank you.
Try not to get shot, Pat. I'll get out with it. In case you do.
Why don't I walk around to that other gate?
Nah, just stick together here.
All right.
I don't want to lose you. It's Father's Day. But I'll drive you over there.
All right. $27.55.
The other thing, though, is
Go ahead.
when you got here,
Victim states this guy's phone is dead, so he has no way to call anybody for a ride. So he is going to be in the area on foot.
Copy, the suspect's phone is dead. He's likely going to be in the area on foot. He has no way to call anybody for a ride.
Hey! Bob! What? William supposedly sees him. What? William sees him somewhere. Who? Williams! Where? I'm trying to find out.
Well, we got 3 other cars out here.
Will you hand me the radio? The Intel radio?
Yeah. I was checking these bushes. There's a lot of places you can hide in those bushes.
It's not where he is, though, from what I'm gathering. Kelly, where does Kyle see him? What channel is he on?
Wakuda and 8. County Squad, repeat your call sign. Go ahead.
2825 is a suspect to the domestic at the brewery. We're just north of 8th and Wakuda. Firearm recovered.
Bingo. Well, good work.
Copy, 2025 is with the suspect from the jury north of 8th and Wakuda. They have recovered the firearm.
Once you see the county squad, like, headed your way.
Gotta be right here, huh?
Copy.
Thank you.
Ask him what street he's on, because it ain't Wakuda.
You're not on Wakuda. Where are you?
Joining copy interruption to disturbance 1630, rating for the loud party at 11 minutes.
Of Wakuda on 8th, and then there's a little parking lot. You go north. It's the back parking lot of the Whitney.
There we go.
There they are.
Copy.
that was good work by all.
Yeah, that worked out well.
You did go eastbound, probably slunk down here.
2021.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna give the guy a privilege of
Disregard safe false calls here, but
on live on
May was
patrol.
taken into custody in the back parking lot of the Whitney.
Copy, male taken into custody, back parking lot of the Whitney.
Well, there we go. I want to see the gun, don't you?
I sure do.
Three 370.
Go ahead.
To back 312 for suspicious 1343 6th Street. Caller said they can hear somebody screaming for help in front of the address somewhere around 6.
Route.
Thank you, 12 minutes.
370. Cancel 370.
370, you can clear.
Copy.
13 minutes. Sarah West Atlantic back 1644 911 at 585 Sherburne.
116, I'll break and start that way.
Copy, thank you, 13 minutes.
One, keep those two spots clear, that 911 can wait.
Copy, 164 116. I'll show you both clear.
160.
Right.
Thank you.
Who knows if that gun was involved in some other incident where somebody else's DNA? We don't contaminate the gun with our own DNA, right?
312.
Okay.
312.
Hey, Great work by the
Thank you. 16.
sheriff's deputies.
Dangerous young man got caught.
$179.
Go ahead.
It was a small framed blonde female on the ground. There was another person over her slapping her, trying to wake her up.
Copy.
17 minutes.
Well, the victim of that shooting up on Bournes is down here, but I don't see a large crowd forming, which is good, right?
Definitely.
It's a good thing. All right, we are going to wrap it up here pretty quick, folks. It's been semi-exciting, but we got some stuff we got to go to tomorrow.
Busy day ahead of us.
And Nicole's got some stuff she's got to go. Mike's got some stuff. Pat and I got a busy day. I wouldn't rule out popping on a short live tomorrow. We'll just see how the day goes, just to tell you about the events, but don't count on it. I'm just saying it's possible.
Always possible. Wrap her up.
Wrap her up, wrap her up, wrap her up.
All right, folks, thanks for riding with us. Definitely an interesting last 45 minutes or so to the night. And thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time we go live. Good night.
378, copy your route with 3.